So, throughout the long 15 seasons of Supernatural, we have seen several powerful beings, entities, whatever you want to call them, come throughout the show. But who are the top 10 most powerful? Well, let's find out. At number 10, we have Rowena. She's a powerful witch that's centuries of years old, meaning she is also very knowledgeable with and experienced with her power. She knows several spells that grant her several powers like telekinesis, pyrokinesis, teleportation, dimensional teleportation, limited reality warping, mind control, time travel, illusion conjuration, and thermokinesis. She's the only witch to had ever successfully summoned and banished Lucifer. With the help of four other old powerful witches, she was actually able to hurt Amora, the darkness. She showed she could incinerate reapers, which is a feat among itself. She could manipulate and change someone's fate. She was with her knowledge of witchcraft. She always had some sort of a keep myself alive spell that was always active. This is seen a few different times as she's come back from the dead several times, even after Lucifer had snapped her neck, and again later when he burned her alive. And then, of course, after she did truly die, she became the queen of hell. It must be a family thing, like it must run in the family. Uh, but next up at number 9, we have Eve, also known as the mother of all evil or the mother of all monsters. She was very old and powerful. She was stronger than any other monster. She could create life and even created her fallen beast. She was immortal and could only be hurt with the ash of a phoenix. She was invulnerable to all conventional weapons and to more or less all mystic, angelic, and demonic weapons too. Through simple touch, she could turn a person into any kind of monster. She could move faster than a thought and could teleport. She also had shapeshifting, telepathy, compulsion. She could simply turn off an angel's power and could manipulate the soul. She only ended up dying because she accidentally consumed Phoenix Ash after biting Dean, trying to turn him into a monster. That's it. Next up at number 8, we have Gabriel. As one of the four archangels, Gabriel is very powerful, nigh omnipotent. He was able to fight against his older brothers, Lucifer and Michael, and project energy blasts capable of stunning both of them. He was still able to use his wings after the gates of heavens were closed. That's the thing all archangels got. Um, he could only be hurt or killed by angelic weapons, and he even killed Asmodeus, a prince of hell, who was answered by Archangel Grace with relative ease. But his most powerful ability is his reality warping. While pretending to be a trickster, he made Sam and Dean go through several alternate realities just for his amusement. He made Sam watch Dean die differently for like 100 days. As he put that day on a time loop, he could clone himself and bring back the dead, and he faked his death multiple times, even tricked Lucifer, who he apparently learned all his tricks from. Yeah, archangels are cosmically powerful and almost omnipotent, and he is on par with his older brothers Lucifer and Michael, who we'll get to later. They're there. Okay. The next one is probably one of the harder ones to place, and that's death. But he's the only one out of the four horsemen of the apocalypse that can't truly die. As for when he was killed, Billy, the last Reaper who had died, gained the moniker, the power, and title of Death. He and later Billy were basically like the most powerful Grim Reaper. Death is one of the oldest beings in the universe as God created him after Cain had killed Abel. He was he has the power to give and take life and send souls to any uh, send souls of any dead human or supernatural creatures where they need to go, whether it was heaven, hell, purgatory, or the empty. He could also open portals to other planes of existence. as he was going to send Dean to one with no life in it when he had the mark of Cain. Uh, but here's two feats that prove death is more powerful than regular reapers. Firstly, only his own scythe could kill him, while archangel or angel blades could kill a regular reaper. And secondly, when Rowena was trying to kill Billy, she had gained enough power to kill reapers. But when she attacked Billy, Billy didn't even feel it. She didn't even flinch, and it did nothing to her. Death himself claimed that he would be the one to claim God's life at the end of time as well. Death is a weird one to place, but I think that's a good place to put him. I could be wrong. Still powerful. Number 6, Lucifer. He's Satan. He is the devil. He's arguably the most powerful and definitely the most violent out of the archangels. He could fight against Michael. He killed Gabriel, or at least he thought he did, slaughtered like a dozen pagan gods easily, created Lilith, a powerful demon, and could make literally anything that wasn't an archangel or more powerful explode with just a simple snap. He still had his wings after heaven's gates were closed, and he had several powers like telekinesis, reality warping, and time traveling. He's one of 5 beings that the cult can't kill, as he withstood being shot with it in the head. He also survived being stabbed in the chest by an angel silver blade, which was enough to kill Zechariah, a high ranking and old angel. He also endured being tortured by Amora. He helped with originally locking Amora away. He was an expert and brutal combatant and wielded an angelic lance that was able to severely injure Amora as well. I think we all know number 5, Lucifer's older brother, Michael. He was the first archangel and God's general. In the main supernatural universe, it was believed he would kill Lucifer in season 5 to end the apocalypse. He survived years, which is decades in hell, in Lucifer's cage, which slowly destroyed his mind and soul to the point that a weakened God said he didn't have the energy to reform him. He could create a portal to purgatory. He kept his wings after heaven's gate was sealed. Had the same powers as the other archangels, like time traveling, reality warping, telekinesis, energy projection, etc. He easily killed Lilith, a powerful demon, by simply lighting up his eyes. The other Michael in the other universe had killed Lucifer in that universe and literally took over the world like a king or something. He then killed them, Lucifer, who was amped by Nephilim grace, as well as Gabriel. It took Jack to kill him, by the way. Now, I'm just going to be real honest. The next 4 is highly debatable, and it's just kind of my opinion. And as you see here, number 4, the Shadow. Not much is known about this cosmic being, but what we do know is that it controls the empty, an endless black void where dead demons and angels go to sleep for all eternity. And seeing how Lucifer couldn't escape this place by himself tells me that this guy is at least above archangels in power. He said that he existed before Chuck and Amora, and that not even Chuck himself had power over the empty. The only reason I put him fourth is because he lacks feats and powers that the top 3 have. Speaking of, I put Jack at number 3. This is probably going to receive some backlash, but I have a reason why I put Jack third. We'll get to it in a minute. Alright. So, yeah, as the son of Lucifer, he was an archangel human hybrid, making him a Nephilim. Before even being born, he had already created a portal to another universe. He wasn't even phased after being stabbed in the chest by an angel silverblade, which could kill almost anything that was less powerful than an archangel. He could project these energy blasts that could literally vaporize demons, angels, and sent Michael absolutely flying. He went on to kill Michael with relative ease. He then went on to escape this cosmic coffin that was supposed to be unescapable, and it was believed that it could contain Michael and even God. He also survived exploding as a cosmic nuclear bomb. And then he was able to absorb Chuck's power, becoming the new god, turning Chuck into a human, and bring everyone back on Earth as if it never happened. And presumably even brought back the other universes that Chuck had destroyed. He became equal to God and more in power, being able to do whatever they could. The only reason why I put him third is that as a Nephilim, his power wasn't on their level. This is seen when Chuck easily killed Jack with a simple snap. I think that is the one and only thing that's keeping him below them. And with the next two, it's pretty obvious who they are. You can debate who's more powerful, but at number two, I said Amora. She is the darkness, the yang to Chuck's yin, so to speak. Chuck is light and creation, while she is darkness and destruction. It took God and the four archangels to seal her away. Upon being released, her power was so immense that it covered several miles in this dark fog, and even put a crack through hell that reached all the way to Lucifer's cage. Even while not fully grown, she easily overpowered Crowley, the king of hell. She engulfed three angels in hellfire with just a thought, tortured Lucifer for hours, and severely weakened Chuck, nearly killing him. She was fine after being smited by heaven, literally all of heaven's power, uh, hardly unfazed after being hit with a hand of God, and she endured the final battle of season 11, which included a beating from a dozen demons, including Crowley, an attack from Rowena when she was being amped by four other powerful witches, and being stabbed in the back with Lucifer's lance. She's also destroyed several of Chuck's creations, which are entire universes. And then, of course, number one, Chuck. I mean, he was God. I think that speaks for itself. And I know what I said earlier. It took Chuck and the other archangels to seal Amora away. So that should mean Amora is more powerful. Listen, Chuck planned it that way. He wrote it that way. So, yeah, he created Lord knows how many universes and everything in them. And I mean everything, down to the smallest cells, minerals, electrons, etc., down to feelings and instincts and the way people think and behave, everything. He also, every little thing he created had its own, like, quote unquote, book that he wrote. He knows everything about everyone and everything, including what they're going to do, how they act, how they feel, everything. He knows it because he's God. He created everything. He was multiversal omniscient, meaning he knew what Sam and Dean were planning while in the other multiverses. Like, it's like multiversal telepathy or something. Uh, he killed Jack and later Michael with just a simple snap of his fingers. Arguably the most powerful archangel, and then a Nephilim with just a snap. He destroyed all of his other universes with just a snap. One was with meteors, another with fire, etc. And he was just enjoying watching it while sitting in one of the universes that he destroyed. He dusted everyone on Earth except three people with just, again, a snap. Like Thanos' Infinity Stone snapped. Everyone was just dusted. He only lost in the end because of his arrogance. That's it. Even his older sister, his equal, Amora, could not beat him. Because even though she almost did at the end of season 11, it's only because he wrote it that way. He wanted it to go out that way. He wanted it to play out that way. He allowed her to do that. Okay? He allowed her. And that's why I decided to put him at number one. Chuck's at number one. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Tell me what you think down in the comments down below. And hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all the great stuff. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.